the bench that still believes in kindness. On that bench sat an elderly man whom the world had almost forgotten. His name was Samuel Reed. Samuel was 78 years old. His back was bent, his hands rough and calloused, and his eyes carried the weight of a great farewell. His wife had passed away 7 years earlier. His only son had moved to a distant city and gradually stopped calling. This bench had become his place, the spot where memories still sat beside him, refusing to leave him alone. Every evening, Samuel brought a small bag of breadcrumbs to feed the pigeons. Not because he particularly loved birds, but because it gave him a reason to be there, a reason to feel needed. At this stage of life, when people start ignoring you, even the smallest reasons become significant. On this particular evening, Samuel scattered the crumbs with trembling hands. The pigeons gathered around, their soft coos echoing in the park's silence. The last rays of the sun filtered through the tree leaves, falling on the ground. Samuel's eyes were lost somewhere far away, perhaps in memories of his wife or his son's last call. He was thinking about how strange life is. At the beginning, everything belongs to you, and in the end, only memories remain. Suddenly, the voices of some teenagers broke the tranquility. Loud laughter, raised voices. They were in a group, perhaps 5 or 6 boys and girls. Phones in hand, already recording. They approached the corner where Samuel sat. "Hey, look, this old guy's the pigeon grandpa," one boy sneered. Another kicked at the breadcrumbs. "Are you feeding ghosts or pigeons?" Samuel didn't respond. He had learned that silence is sometimes safer than dignity. He sat with his head bowed, clutching the bag. But the laughter grew crueler. One boy snatched the bag from his hand and threw the crumbs into the trash can. Another leaned in close, waving his hand in Samuel's face. "Smile for the camera, old man." Now, this story wasn't just about one evening. It was about the power of kindness, how it can bring big changes in small places. Let's delve deeper into this story, explore the depths of Samuel's life, understand Clara's background, and see how one small incident can transform many lives. Samuel Reed's life was that of an ordinary American elderly man, but layered with hidden pain. He had been a factory worker, spending years in an automobile plant. Hard labor, overtime, all for the family. His wife, Margaret, was a school teacher. They lived in a small house, tended a garden, and visited the park on weekends. Life was good. Then Margaret was diagnosed with cancer. In her final days, Samuel sat by her side, holding her hand. She smiled as she passed, saying, "Sam, keep living." But Samuel had paused. His son, Michael, went to college, got married, found a job in a faraway city. Calls came at first, then dwindled. Samuel understood life is busy. But it hurt his heart. He would come to the park, to that same bench where he and Margaret used to sit. Feeding the pigeons became a ritual. It kept him going. Clara was a nurse, working long shifts in the hospital. Her life was also filled with loneliness. Her husband had died in an accident 5 years ago. She was a mother, but her children had grown and moved away. After work, she would come to the park, sit on the bench, and wonder if goodness still existed in the world. She had seen many patients die alone, with no one by their side. It pained her. That's why she talked to people, smiled, performed small acts of kindness. That day, Clara was walking to the park after her shift. She was tired, but habitually headed to the bench. From afar, she heard the teenagers' noise. As she approached, she saw the scene: an old man, tears, cruelty. Her heart filled with emotion. She wasn't alone, the 2 men were coincidentally there. One a construction worker, the other walking his child. Clara stepped forward and spoke. After the incident, Samuel and Clara's meetings became regular. They talked, shared memories. Clara told Samuel stories of her patients, Samuel shared his life. Slowly, Samuel began to smile again. With Clara's encouragement, he called his son. Michael came, apologized, and reconnected. One of the teenagers later posted the video on social media but deleted it out of shame. Another messaged Clara, apologizing. This story shows that kindness is a chain. It starts with one person and reaches many. That bench is still there, believing in kindness. If this story touched your heart, remember, a small act can change everything. Yellow heart.